I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want
Welcome to Anti-Stall Racing GT3 Season 2 Race 2 here at the Mount Panorama circuit, the great Bathurst, the mountain that everybody loves. Well, not everybody. Kevin doesn't love it, but most Australians love it. Fantastic circuit. After such a great race at the Red Bull Ring last time out, we've got another great round to go. An hour's worth of racing up the mountain. It's a case of survival, really, of the fittest. 2 pit stops are expected. I'm sure we'll see a few other pit stops for damage around this circuit. Hopefully some great racing. Once again, I am joined by Biggles as well as Kevin, which won't be driving today as he's decided that Bathurst isn't for him. So neither one of them is there. I think Biggles is.
I'm here.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes. This track. I have to say I do like this track, but driving it can go to the bin. That's why it can be in the bin on the right hand side in the I don't know, just wherever it needs to go, because I've driven this track and that when you get to the top of the hill, when you go, it's that double left. You know what I mean? I either see the wall or I start going into the sky, and it is what it is, unfortunately. But I'm looking for a good race today. Race last week, enjoyed it. I will be at Monza, so yeah, look out for that one, because that should be a good race. I like Monza, and we're going to see how this goes on today for these drivers. Bathurst, as I know it as, but over the years I've raced it and enjoyed it on other games, but on this, it's a different kettle of fish.
So we do have a safety car today, just in case any chaos happens at the top of the mountain, because you never quite know what might happen around here. It could get a roadblock very easily. Enough cars can crash and cause that. So a safety car is in place today, just in case it is needed, of course. So we got 20 3 minutes to go left of qualifying. Don't think any times will come in just yet. It's quite a long lap here, Bathurst. I think about 2 minutes and I think 9 seconds I saw in some practice sessions earlier today. So quite a long circuit. Again, still an hour's race. Not too many laps, I guess, of the circuit. Quite a few less than Red Bull Ring last week, which was about a minute circuit. So very different kettle of fish. But this calendar has quite a few different tracks on it. This being probably one of the harder ones of the 10 rounds this season. A great race last time out. Top 3 were very close, so it looks like we could have some close racing once again. Of course, points are awarded for qualifying as well, so these laps not only do they matter for their qualifying position, but also could matter at the end of the season. Which Oyston, I believe, took the win last time. Oh no, was it Ryan? It was Oyston, wasn't it? He took the dominant win in the end after being chased down. Currently setting some good first 3 sectors, beat slightly by Ryan in the next 2. Well, he hasn't done those sectors yet, so Ryan, I think, is just up ahead of him, actually. He might be getting a tow from Ryan ahead, which is interesting that we've got the top sort of drivers right next to each other, following each other in qualifying. Wonder if they're going to be doing just 1 runs and then pitting in, because it's quite a long circuit here, so maybe they just put 1 lap of fuel in. So Ryan coming to the line, see what he does. He's got his teammate behind, and then the green Mercedes as they cross the line. Where are we going then? And it's 2-minute ones, and Oyston to the top of the table for now. I don't think Ryan and co got a time in there, which is interesting that they wouldn't get times in.
Yeah, Oyston did win last week, mate. And remember, he also won. G'day, everybody. It's Biggles here. He also won in the new Mercedes. We have a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. So it's David in provisional P2s, also in the Merc, which is quite impressive, once again, considering that the car was Mercedes has only been added to the GT series in what, a few days, 3 or 4 days, I think, before the race event occurred last week. So he got that practice under his belt and kind of dominated that previous race in Spielberg.
Spielberg, a very different circuit to the one today. So maybe not so close racing, maybe, because you don't. Do you want to go side by side up the hill? Is it smart to?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
The V8 supercars in Australia, mate. This is the classic V8 supercars at the Bathurst 1000 series that they used to have here all the time. Definitely. It used to be back in the day, Ford versus Holden, that they'd have in Australia. They've added a lot of the manufacturers in the series now. But yeah, definitely go side by side through there. I've seen it. Not recommended, necessarily. But there's some great opportunities. You do have to look out for the couple of the kangaroos that do jump across. It does happen quite actually a lot on this track. Or some of the other wildlife. But nothing you have to worry about in the virtual world. Just you will see us sitting up the top of the hill there. We're firing up the barbecue here for Eddie Store Racing.
I was wondering if you got that
Kevin
started.
Yeah, yep. Kevin's a good barbecue, aren't you, mate? I've got some fresh kangaroo, mate. We'll grill on the barbie up there.
Oh yeah, I can barbie all right.
Yeah.
Jerk kangaroo. I'll have some of that.
Yeah. Seeing you're not racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not today.
Brian Sharp currently P14. Needs to get the Scotsman needs to get a time on the board that's going to be competitive for him. We still have a bunch of drivers that haven't yet to set some times, or they've invalidated their times. And that's a bit of a spin, and the last corner doesn't even get across the line yet. Back it up and back across the line. Now he has to do it all over again.
Wasn't that getting that close to the end of the? Oh God, you've wasted so much time there.
It's like the Nordschleife track, isn't it? If you spun it right towards the end, almost not as bad as this, but I mean, sorry, the other way around. This is not as bad, but yeah, that final corner, I don't usually see spins there too often, so that's unusual. But then again, this is simulated, it's a little bit simulated to the real world laser scans. Great, exciting turn 3, turn 4, I think it is. I can't remember the names off my head, but as you just start to climb up the mountain, there's a great overtaking opportunity into turn 3, I think it is. First turn is also another opportunity on a little bit of a straight. And then, of course, Conrod Straight as you go flying down the hill. I remember my GTR Skyline that I owned in Australia had the record in Bathurst for a very long time. As we've seen this car at the moment climbing up the hill, that's a great overtaking opportunity as you get up into here. But yeah, up here is fun. But yeah, my GTR Skyline had the Conrad Straight record for many, many years before it was eventually broken.
Currently looking at the P2 driver, 3/10 off, quite close in lap times, I'd say, as he goes through in the Audi. Lovely sounding car, lovely gripping car, getting really close to the wall there, top of the hill. About everything you can get on the road. How far does he go through here? You want to touch that curve quite a bit. It's lovely through there. It's absolutely fantastic part of the circuit, which you wouldn't want to do on a bike, but I'm pretty certain they do. And those people are absolutely nutters as Max goes P3. He hit the wall there on the inside. He definitely hit the wall there. Is that car a right-hand drive car? That's a left, so he's got way too close to the wall there.
Just noticed there's a DRS zone down Conrad Straight. There's actually a DRS zone? For what? What car uses a DRS?
On this track?
Yeah. There is a DRS zone before this Conrad Straight. They were watching down as he's going heavy braking. That's full speed. It's basically like, you know, push your car up the hill, drive it up the hill, and then just let it roll down the hill as quickly as possible. That's really what this track is all about. Because it's you know, it's like when you're on a bicycle and you're going down a hill and you realize you got no brakes. It's kind of like that. You just have to navigate your way around. Looks like Alston might have gone purple in the middle there. Keep an eye on him as well. That's the man currently and provisionally in the lead of this, well, provisional pole and on the lead of championship. Those Norwegians can drive, mate. You can even put snow on this track and they'd still be able to do a good job.
Oh, they do a fantastic job.
They could rally, mate. Yeah. This is also almost like a rally track as well, too, if they slide those cars around.
Yeah, they're fantastic drivers. Scandinavians as we come to the line. Surely going to go quicker than he's done before. Times he got just slower, actually, but even that time would put him second. So, goes again for another one. I'm sure he's got a few laps of fuel on board. As warming up in front of him is P2 at the moment of Andre down the straight. Just had a little bit of a warm-up. In the distance, we're going back up the hill then. On board with our current pole sitter. He's got a bit wide there. Did he hit the wall? He's given up immediately on his lap. He didn't like that corner. That was... It did seem like he... Maybe went a little too wide for his own liking there.
You got it, yeah, you do. You kind of have you have to have a bit of a tank slap. You have to scrape the wall on the edge. I wonder if he actually got a little bit of damage from it.
Is that last week's winner who was on pole?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and he'd only just got the Mercedes. As well, and he did a good job winning the race. Absolutely. And now he's setting pace in Bathurst, and that's good going. Yeah,
absolutely. Maybe our race director as well too could pull up the manufacturers in a minute as well too, because we also got an Audi there currently in P2, and in P3 we have the Porsche, and then we have the other Mercedes in P4 or Williams, his name is. He's not in Williams. There you go, on cue. Ozzy doesn't know the corner names in Bathurst. Aha!
You're not allowed to Google it because I feel like you're about to.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I do not know. I'm sorry. I do not. No, I don't. I really don't. I only know Conrad Straight, but I don't know that. I should have pulled up the track map or something. I'm not going to. I'm going to have to Google it actually.
Surely one of them's called.
But I do admit I don't know. Is there one at the top of the hill?
Oh, go on. Please tell me. You've got to.
I don't know.
Called top of the hill.
I honestly don't. I'm going to look it up. I'm already admitting that I don't know. I haven't been to this track. I'd love to go. It's in New South Wales. I lived in Queensland. It's kind of like a camping track. This is definitely a camping track. You know, you camp up around.
The straight is the main straight. Then you've got Hell Corner.
Hell Corner. I've heard that. Yeah.
Mountain Straight, Griffin's Bend, Quarry Corner. Is that Quarry Corner? Yeah.
That's right.
Also, before Quarry Corner, you've got the cutting.
Okay.
And then you've got a couple. You got like Reed Park, Frog something, Fulman Park, and then it says McFeely Park. Then you've got Skyline, the Dipper, going down.
Oh, the Dipper.
After the Dipper, you've got Forest Elbow, Conrad Straight, and then you've got the Chase down to Morris Corner.
Warning for car 35 impeding another driver. Sorry.
Who's that then?
That
That is before scramble. Connor Welsh has impeded somebody there. P12 at the moment.
Now, that's very difficult. I wonder where that was because... Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, Kevin. Because of the fact that, you know that in some parts, especially if you're going back down the hill, where are you going to move to if somebody's on a flyer? It's very hard to pull off and allow somebody to pass through there. I'm sure race control are also aware of that. But you can see the track map right now. Everybody's trying to spread out as much as possible, but you can still see they always find a way to bunch up together.
I'm not sure where the warning for the blocking, so he's been told. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably at the top of the hill somewhere. It's gonna be impossible. How many cars we got here? About over 20, and if they're all on laps at the top of the hill and you meet someone, it's gonna be incredibly difficult to allow someone else through. But
I think this would be fun if we do a 24-hour here, like a Le Mans. So see the LMP 1s and 2s, and let's get GT Pros in here. Let's get about, 60 cars? This would certainly be a fun race.
I think once you said MP1, it sounded absolutely terrible. We're watching there, car number 9. That's missed the apex of that corner a bit there in the BMW. The American, which I'm pretty certain just hit the wall because I heard noise, so he's tapped the wall a little bit as he flies through. Has got slight damage maybe on his...
And look at that. Taking straight up into P2. The other Norwegian, dominated. Very good lap from him. 2 tenths, just 2 tenths away from his other Norwegian. They're not in the same team. Is that McDonald's that I'm seeing on that car we're watching right now?
Oh, it is, yeah, you're not being...
This is not fair. Oh, power slide. See, this is it. You have to drift this car. He's got to keep it out of the fence, buddy, to lift.
Ryan Martin goes P4. In a Ferrari, not many of them.
You guys are teasing me. KFC, McDonald's now. You just know that I'm nowhere near fast food to be able to get any of this. This is just how it works here at Anti-Store.
Oh, you're not? I can order any fast food from anything.
I bet you can.
Get
Yeah,
it here right now.
Rub it. When I was in the city,
So
actually. No, I'm not in the city anymore.
He's not giving up here, though, I must admit. He's still going with his lap. And number 20's now. He's gone off, and he's gone. And eventually he's going to find the wall. If he might not, he's found the gravel. P20's impeded another driver, so who is that? Sorry, not P20, car 20. The other American of Ralph. Ralph Somewhat. Alright, he's... Yes, okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There's a car number 9, Mac tonight, but look at this kerfuffling.
Oh, wow, there's 3 of them having a monster energy there. BMW, that looks fantastic. All of them on laps, because how dare... Oh, he's already got damage on his car. His car 20 there. He's already got a bit of... And that is the Ralph, the one that's just been warned. So I wonder if he's just got in the way of one of the 2 cars ahead of him, maybe.
Yeah, he might have lifted off there and allowed them through. But I'm also wondering, if you're going to follow people this close, you're either risking it for the slipstream, or you're just killing him. You're really just deterring your own time, because you'd really just lift off a little bit and ban in this lap and then put another one in. But I guess some drivers are a little sneaky like that. They are trying to get a little bit of a slipstream. And then, of course, if the driver ahead brakes a little bit too early for you, well, then they're probably first on the radio complaining about traffic. So, who knows?
Right, I'm back.
Drivers are drivers. As he's making his way down the hill.
We got... oh, God, I've said their names enough times. Ralph from... Which we're just watching, which is P20 at the moment. Is he P20 or car 20? Hang on, he's both, isn't he? He's both.
Yeah, he's actually both. Put it this way, he's 20-something.
Yeah, he's... I've just done the 20s around him, at least. We know.
It's interesting to see a Ferrari around this track. I haven't really seen these GT3 cars around Bathurst in real life, of course, then. And the V8 supercars that they have around here. Which sound just like these beautiful babies. Really deep, low revs. That's the final corner. Nobody else had a bit of a spin here so far, and then I think that's you guys called the first corner as Hell Corner.
Car 12 now. Lambert, car 12 and a BMW P18 is now being worn, so there's a 3 cars now impeded. Well, it's expected, isn't it, I'd say, but yeah. Oh, it's a lovely car.
Yeah, I love this livery. The orange car here.
Oh, he's
That's Hell's
gone.
Corner. That's the first corner, yep.
He's
he got a little bit too deep there.
We're watching.
He's turned his headlights on now? I didn't think he had them on there before. Oh, it's the angle. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Hell's Corner.
Has he got a orange Red Bull helmet as well in there? He's really gone full orange, which I applaud fully.
If you look at the headlights from a certain angle where they're not directly on, it looks like the cheetah eyes. That's kind of like the cheetah livery, isn't it? The BMW.
Yep.
That's what he's going for. It's interesting to see the different liveries, of course, I like them. Where's my KFC car?
I don't think he's here. I think you have a car.
Brody had it last week, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, is Brody here?
Let's see Brody yet.
Oh, I can.
You guys are going through a bit of a heat wave, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're complaining.
I've got a fan on me and I'm shirtless. It is a heat wave.
What, you complaining about 20 degrees Celsius? 21?
30.
30? Oh wow, that's what probably it is 26 here right now actually. So, but it's, yeah.
And I'm used to rain, man. This is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a fan on my computer going all the time anyway here in Panama, but I'm in a cooler part of Panama too. Usually it's really hot in the city. But I can understand. Yeah, you guys, if you're in Australia right now, you'd be in plus 30 actually for sure if you're at Bathurst. Although Bathurst is a bit colder region as you're up in a mountain. Yeah, air conditioning don't really exist. No, they do. I was speaking to somebody yesterday. He's going, yeah, it's damn hot. And he's like, I'll just turn my air conditioner on. I'm like, oh, fancy. Gosh. I can go as fast as in the 5th, 6th sector. Let's see how many there are here. 5th sector. There's 6 sectors total. Let's see if it'll improve the Ryan, the Porsche.
Could we have the gaps to the leader rather than the interval?
Yeah, please, direct up.
See how close everybody is. Because I'm looking at the times. They are pretty close to each other.
Right, TP2. There it is. Bang. Got it done.
Lovely.
So the Scotsman split the Norwegians. Oh, but then again, look at Alston. Looks like he got a purple sector up the top of the hill too, perhaps, or entry up into the hill. So let's keep an eye on our Austin in the number 37 car, please, director, because he's going to be here. He's in his green car, the green machine, as he's coming around the final corner here now. You can see the grid. Look at that. The grid actually grids up around the corner too. You don't see that very often in tracks. Across the line, there should be an improvement. It is 2/10 quicker. Wow. 3/10 quicker. Yeah, gridding around a corner. It's not a very long pit lane, pit straight at all.
It's not like they don't have a long enough straight as well. That's the best
I know.
part about it.
Well, the other straight's down a hill, and a fast downhill, remember, Conrod Straight, so you probably wouldn't want to grid up there.
What about this one? Going up the hill. That's long enough.
Yeah, true. But that's your overtaking opportunities there, so you don't want to mess with it.
Through, did they?
No, well, this is just a mountain where a couple of guys got together and go, let's just throw a couple of cars around here, and eventually got more and more popular. So it's actual roads, of course.
If you look at the
go around.
bit that's not a mountain, it's just a rectangle. They've really not.
Yeah, exactly.
90 degrees corners. And there you go.
Well, Melbourne was re-signed as well for the Formula 1 GP. You know, but I think you guys should have gone to Phillip Island too. That's actually a very, very great track. Phillip Island is one of those.
That's a moment.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna put. You gotta slice through these S's as you go down. You really, and then see get on the power there.
He's touched the wall there on the exit. It's rear right. He's giving it a kiss.
And now the DRS Activation Zone. You can see the DRS zone, and this is down Conrod Straight. Just keep this planted. There's a little kink to the right. It's a nice sweeping. You should be able to turn. You should be able to go flat, not through here.
Surely through there. Yeah.
Well, you can go flat through here. Sorry. Yep. And then you have your brake into the right, the 50, and swing the car over to the left. And then only one more corner. He's going to pit lane anyway.
Wow, I'm surprised he did that. He could have just. Well, he's not going to get another lap in, is he? That's him done, I'd say, surely.
Yeah, 2 minutes left.
Yeah, he's not.
He doesn't need to.
Well.
He's got a half a second gap over everybody else, and I don't see anybody else setting any purples or really many greens. We still have Liam yet to set a time. Kevin's not racing.
Oh, Liam.
Aren't
So, well, Liam's safety car driver.
Oh, is he safety car driving again in his home track?
Yeah, we have him as a safety
Why?
in case. Just in case
Liam.
anything goes terribly wrong.
It's your
Martin
backyard.
hasn't set a time, but he's only just joined, Martin. Brandon, car 36, has only just joined, so he's going to get 1 lap in. I'm not sure where he is. We're looking at 2 lovely Ferraris of the, is it the Altitude Esports? It is. Well, who we got? We got Ryan, Martin, and Adam, I assume. So across the line, Ryan's done some good sectors in the last part there, but no improvement as they go again. Car 86, followed by 13. Which one's which? Ryan's 86, and 13 will be... Maybe not 13, is he? I did read that correctly, isn't it? 13 behind him?
Sorry, I was back. I was just to bump up there, Kevin. Remember to remind Kevin to you got to flip the kangaroo meat, mate.
Oh, he's at the wall. Ryan's at the wall.
Yeah. Flip it. Well, right now I'm just getting some tissue on. The hay fever's just doing me for sick, so you don't want me sneezing all over this kangaroo.
His name was Skippy, mate.
Skippy. Oh yeah.
Skippy.
Oh,
It's by the way, we don't eat the little cute furry ones, the brown furry ones that you see at the parks and stuff like that. No, we eat the big outback red ones.
Well, the ones you can have a scrap with. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
those ones you don't mess with. The ones that are taller than you, they're about 6 foot,
Can we
give
go?
or take.
Can we go to car 36? We'll have a look at Brandon on his only lap that he's going to be doing. I think he's.
Yeah, that's true. That's the Mac too.
somewhere.
But qualifying's over, so yeah. Mr. Brandon is on a. Is he on a fly? Yeah, he's on a fly, Mr. Director. As the director stepped away.
But my times are just telling me 7 minutes when he's actually on a 1 minute something. So I think Brandon's flying, but I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he is. He's got more sector. Here it is.
His personal. Oh, he's got another car right behind him as well. Who's that? Or is he chasing?
Oh, he's going in the pit lane.
What's that? 176.
Oh, that's the 176. No, here.
So here, where's Brandon? Is that sorry, Martin?
36.
Brandon. There he is.
Yes.
This is him. Yes. Was it? No, that's Max Vox. That's Max. So everybody's pitting. Is everybody going in? We're chicane in the pit lane there as well, isn't there? Yeah, everyone's going in. Adam's gone in. So who's crossed the line there? Is that Adam that stayed out there in P8 to set his time?
They're from New South Wales, mate. The people that make this track, you know, Queenslanders would make it a little bit more different. We can't blame the people from New South Wales in this state. No, they're all great. Now, Tasmania, on the other hand, that would have been a little different. It's actually a track in Tasmania.
Martin Brandon. Car 36. There he is he? He didn't get a time in, did he? No, he didn't get a time in, so he's just getting a few of Ferraris. He'll start at the back then. So we have 21 cars for race 2 in Bathurst.
21 cars. Let's see what type of race this is going to be. Is it going to be a crash fest? We know.
Yeah, it's the mountain, the hill. Yeah, that's it. Because if you have a car that spins around the hill, mate, it's very hard for it because you know the car. It's very hard for the car to turn around.
Yeah,
you have to do a couple like 3, 4. You have to feel like you know some Powers in that movie where he's in the corridor trying to turn around. It's exactly like that, and then so everybody else is behind you. They got to try to squeeze through. It's almost like the castle section on steroids, this track. The castle section in Baku. So, yeah, that may very well bring a safety car out. So Liam, the hometown Australian, might have to be out there in anti-stall racing Mercedes, which is a great-looking car too. With that livery that Kevin had designed. The other Kevin.
Hey.
I believe.
Yeah, nice.
So the 24 hours, are we going to do a 24 hours of this, guys? In future?
12, wasn't it? Was it 12 hours?
For 12 hours? We could do it 12 hours.
It's 12 of this, isn't it?
I'd love to do 12 hours of Bathurst. casting it, of course, not driving.
What time was that going to be from mine? Just on a pure... What did he do? 2:07? No, it's telling me how many laps he did. He did 2 laps, apparently. What time did you do? Oh, it's not going to tell me. That's unfortunate.
That's actually pretty impressive if you look at that top 5, separated by a second. And this is a relatively long track, so a second, within a second, indicates that they're going to be pretty close, and that's going to be whether or not our Scandinavian man can get the hill quickly and back down and try to get a gap to everybody before all the kerfuffling occurs later on. But chances of safety cars out there, guys, in the chat. Hello, reading it. I am reading the chat now, because you were picked on me for not knowing all the corner names. That's my fault. Warm up now, which is basically just 1, maybe 2 laps around mountain.
I think a few drivers will take.
I think you need more of a break, wouldn't you, after the qualifying session? Most people were out in the qualifying session, getting as much in as possible.
Continue to do more laps?
Kevin, what do you think? You're a race driver. Would you do some more warm-up laps or take a break after?
I'll take a break. Water break. Do you know what I mean? Have a little nibble, toilet break. Yeah, I'd rather do that than do a few warm-up laps. But if you've not really got any laps in, then there's no harm in taking a few extra doing your warm-up laps and seeing what you like. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd take a break myself personally.
Fair enough. Did they end up giving you that? They did end up penalising you last week, did they? There's radio messages from Hill there. Is that going through on the stream there, Director? I can't hear it myself either. Just wondering. That is our race director, I believe. So they'll be informing the drivers of situations. But what was I going to say now? I can't remember. I get distracted by that.
That's a really cool little feature there from the... Is that our race director then? That's his little audio, is he? So he's talking now. That's lovely to see that he's talking. Can we hear him on this? Hang on,
Yeah. I'm wondering if we can. I don't hear it through mine. Yeah. He's like, it's called a motor race, Toto. That's Michael Massey there, I believe.
I do think, by the way, that we were just talking over Hill fully. I do think you could hear that on the stream, but we gave him nothing. So I feel like the race director his voice is just on the stream too. When
Maybe I need to turn it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright, guys. We gotta just have messing around with some settings so that we can probably try to get
it's warm up for us as well as the drivers.
Yeah, exactly.
As we are watching Andre Wolf just warm up.
Hungry like a wolf, my friend.
Oh no.
Isn't that a song? Yes. Oh no, the puns are coming.
It's a lyric in a song, but is it actually the song title?
Yeah, there you go.
Is it? Is it the song title or not?
No, I don't think it is actually. That's another one for the chat out there. No porpoising effect from these cars, mate. They're just heavy machines just rolling once again down the hill. Like just,
or just
that's how you do have to practically drive. You can go almost flat out down the hill. There's only a breaking point here, as you're watching. That's the one where you have to really kind of. You could lift if you really want, but it's probably best to downshift a little bit, and then that's it. Just the rest is let the car roll down.
Well, you would say there's no porpoising, but I can tell you now. The track's probably not that smooth because we are in Australia and there's probably a lot of bumps going on down here. Like,
there's potholes in our roads everywhere, mate. Yeah,
definitely. I don't think this would be any different.
Oh, it's actually not too bad. It'd be bumpy, of course, but it wouldn't have potholes and stuff because it's not a heavy traffic road for the mountain where there's a lot of camping and stuff like that up around here. It's Leon, the safety car. So he's getting some practice laps in. Why not? You may very well be seeing him around the track leading these guys. What, 23 or so drivers we probably have this evening? Because Kevin didn't want to play chicken with the mountain, did you, Kevin? You'd rather be barbecuing. See all the camping things around there? It's like Silverstone for you guys. Similar.
For yeah, any British track, to be fair, there's a lot of camping.
I guess you guys get any excuse to get out of your towns and cities, right?
Any excuse, yeah, any.
To motor race.
Oh, the safety car's just tapped the ball there, by the way. He's driving.
Yeah, we've only, hey, Leon, we only have one, mate. So
he's going to need a new door. He's not going to be able to get out that side of the car now.
We'll need a safety car for the safety car. There you go.
Going to need the medical car out there. Get George on that.
These guys don't have a medical car. We don't worry about that. We don't worry about their lives. We can't afford an anti-store racing. You go if you'd like to go through those results for us there.
Oh no, because you can take it.
No, you go with these names now, mate.
I can't pronounce some of them names. That's the first guy's name there.
Austin on pole again, guys.
Yeah.
Austin. Oh, you can do it. You can do
I
it.
keep thinking you're calling him something different.
Alston, I'll try the names. We've got Alston in P1, in P2 Martin Ryan. I apologise, Ryan Martin. See, hay fever, lads, hay fever. Definitely can't pronounce this Norwegian guy's name here. In P3, Hakon Grebstad, Andre Wolf in P4, in P5 Max Voss, P6 William Renhard, P7 I just can't see the first part of the name, but Gambino. In P8 Adam Hedgecock. Okay. P9 David Contos. I think that's how you say it. P10 Rick Janssen. P11 Weather. Can't see his first name. And P12 is Saska. Right. And going down again. In P13 we've got Ellis. In P14 Henriksen. P15 Welsh. In P16 we have Van der. Is it? And it's gone. Maybe a bit slow. Here we go. Right.
Great. So it's going to be climbing up the hill.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
You want to all the way through Hell's Corner already. It looks pretty good for some of the drivers.
So last week's winner in the lead.
Yeah, Wesley, come on, mate. The other lead caster.
I'm gone. Porsche's gone in the front. He's rolling down the hill. He's rolling.
Oh,
it's huge. He got turned around in the straight.
Yeah, that's a safety car. That's got to be.
That's at least 6 cars.
Yeah.
He went big time into the wall.
There it is. Full course caution. So we got time to go through the replays from the different views and let's have a look.
Like the Porsche gone sideways there.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that's helped him.
It's a high speed crash. Then what do you mean?
Out. Oof. Some serious damage going on there.
You're gonna have to start slowing that down, mate. That's how quick that was.
That was really quick.
That's a Ferrari from P4 there that's helped him round. So
yeah.
I think it's Ryan Martin. That's the one that's helped him. And that's unfortunate.
Tried to avoid, but couldn't.
Oh, and then
do you love how those barriers don't even have fences on it? You could go straight over them into a tree if you really wanted to.
That Merc caught him as well. Did that Mac? Oh, that Merc as well. So it's 4 cars, 5 cars. It's going to be.
There's the 2 teammates of the Tiger livery as well. They managed to avoid it. Yep, the McDonald's was avoided. They did tap on top of the Merc, I think, there when he came back down.
Yeah, get a hammer, knock that one out.
Can we go back and have a look at this accident from a few of the cars behind there and slow? I want to see that because it happened pretty quickly. Oh, and then the 35's turned as well. So who do we go back to? A couple of drivers behind.
Oh, my word.
Hey, Petters. That's a suspension company in Australia. I haven't seen them for a while. All right.
Here we are. So Tom and the Beamer. That's who we're with.
Yeah, we're under a full caution at the moment, guys, so you're not missing any other racing.
There's no way Tom's going to be able to avoid any of this, is it?
Oh, I don't have this camera, so I'm watching the YouTube stream. Perspective now.
Oh, there's no way.
Boom.
Wow.
Ooh. Boom.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, it's still going.
Ooh.
Yeah, no wonder why Kevin's up here barbecuing with us. He's like, I don't want to be down there.
I would have been involved in that. No, I'll take a miss on this one.
Do they all have a quick repair? Is my question. Because they're
Yeah, I think
gonna need it.
one quick repair.
Yeah,
I can tell you now, that Porsche is out of the race. That was Max. That was, I believe, being turned around because he's the only Porsche that is out. There's only two. The other one is in second. So, yeah, Max. That got turned, and he is gone. He's not going to continue. He rolled what four times? That's a big one. That in a straight line. It'll be interesting to see how that started off. That almost reminds me of the touring car crash in the British touring cars earlier last week at Alton Park, but slightly different. The car didn't roll there, but yeah, almost they've come across each other and they're in the middle of the road.
It's amazing that the physics of iRacing with the crashes are so dramatic. I don't think I'm not quite sure. I mean, obviously the racing's brilliant for iRacing because that's what it is, a simulator, but I'm not sure they simulate crashes too well because, or at least they don't simulate the crash impact of a car because you know how cars are designed to crumble, to absorb impacts.
I can tell you that wall's not.
They don't do that in this game very often. They kind of just bounce off it.
That wall is a concrete wall, and there is no safety aspect to that. That is just you hit it, you're bouncing back. That is not a tire wall where it's going to take something. That's just going to go bye-bye like a tree.
What do you think that he sent all the all the crazies down to this little island called Australia?
Yeah.
That's why
they didn't get the safety manual, did they?
No, mate.
I tell you what, if
see the little wall there on the inside, you can just jump that easy.
I tell you what, if this car, this game had the crash engine, is it Bean and Gene? What do you call it?
Yes, yeah, I know you're going with that. Yeah.
Had the crash engine of that, wow, that would have been really spectacular. The crash engine on that game is unbelievable.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you think iRacing probably have the money? Buy them out and add the engine to it.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely buy them out.
So
that's probably the only thing that's really missing, apart from the rain, of course, as we were all waiting for.
5 cars. But,
there. So, yeah, 5. You're right. There has been, if you actually go back on YouTube and have a look at some footage, there's been a lot of cars that have been into the trees over the years, the V8 supercars, for sure, as well as some of the other categories of racing that they do. Yeah, once again, we're crazy Australians. But the biggest, if you get a chance, look at all the animals that have invaded the track over the years of And there was a fantastic video of one of the tires.
I know that one. I know that.
There was a tire one that actually landed on top of the tire.
Yeah.
That wasn't in this track, but there wasn't another one. But there's another one where there's a tire rolling down the hill or something like that as well.
I've got a question here then for this race. Are the one-stops, the safety cars in this lap, one-stops, are they possible now? Is this safety car been long enough for people to save fuel to do a one-stop? That question is towards you more, Kevin, as you have to calculate the fuel.
For a driver.
Biggles will not have a clue about fuel.
Absolutely not.
Is it a 2-stop race?
It's definitely, normally it would be 2-stop, yeah, I'd say with 45% of the... They've been on safety car for now 6. They will be about 7-ish or 8 minutes by the time they get around. So how many laps? Lap 3.
It depends. Yeah, lap 3. Maybe maybe some of the cars will be able to do one stop. Whoever's decent at fuel. I'm not good at fuel saving, but some guys can fuel save brilliantly. So I assume maybe 1 or 2 guys probably can do a one-stopper.
Who did it last week? Was it Andre Wolf? He one-stopped, didn't he?
It was one driver, I think.
Yeah. Someone one-stopped last week, yeah.
Andre's running in P3 as well, so I wonder if he's going to be good on his fuel management. I mean, he knows how expensive the gas prices are down in Australia as well, so... Look at that air conditioning advertising for you guys right there back home in the United Kingdom going, yep, that's what I need. You don't have one. Well, if you do, Fujitsu's your company. Safety car will be in this lap as a still... Now they're going to go down the mountain. I knew that Liam would be leading this race at one point, and he is. Safety car driver.
Not everyone from the queue is caught up just yet.
And they'll be busy right now, and that would be Mr. George sitting there in the box.
Could we have the nationalities and car numbers?
Yeah.
On the...
Please do.
Please.
had me had my son just come in and he's negotiating with me.
Is he negotiating? Is he
Gonna have some
negotiating?
kangaroo.
You got your penalty last week, or
No, what it is, he's another gamer as well, innit? So basically, he wants to edit my videos when I do stream or record or whatever. Not. So we're negotiating the price.
oh,
Brilliant.
okay.
And he's
Pocket
driving
change,
a hard
pocket
bargain,
money.
lads. He's driving
I like
a hard
it.
bargain, lads.
Tell him you give him some kangaroo.
You can have kangaroo, all right, I'll tell you that
Yeah.
now. He's trying to drive the bargain up, but no, I'm pretty sturdy. But yeah, he's creating his own editing agency for games and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Maybe Anti-Store Racing will be hiring his services in the future.
Yeah, there could be.
Let's hope the safety car is going to be in this lap. So once again, Oyston gets to drive this car up the mountain, but ahead of everybody else.
Let's see.
I still can't hear some messages that are coming through, but let's go green flag.
Right, here we are. We're going now. And as you can see, the race leaders is the winner from last week, and we're going to see if there's going to be any more accidents again. Everybody's going through nice and steady. I think people are taking a little bit more cautiously now.
I spoke too soon, mate. We haven't got over the top of the mountain yet.
Yeah,
Even to the top.
Let's see what happens when we get to the top of the mountain. If they get to the top of the mountain without an incident.
This is the first real tricky turn coming up. And they're all going through. That's the elbow. That will be the elbow, I believe. That's up, getting close to the top of the hill. Called something elbow. Starting to remember. And this is where it gets fun.
Yeah. See, oof. Bang. See, it's, after this bend here, for me, the double left is, this one here and the next one, I'm going off either one of them. I don't know, it don't matter which one it is. One of them's taking me out, so
That's where we should be. That's where we set the barbecue up. Actually, the perfect location. So that's right at the peak of the mountain
love
there.
this little bit here though, where it comes down. Boom. Yeah, I think that's brilliant, that part there. It's quick, fast.
See the gap already starting to form a little bit there between those top 5 drivers, I think.
Yeah, race leader looks like he's pulling already.
Yeah, he's lucky. He's just basically... You can pull a big gap, but the only thing you got to worry about, of course, is that safety car potentially coming out and bunching you all back up again. But drive the pants off it. Once again, will Andre be saving his fuel for a one-stopper? Will anybody be saving their fuel for a one-stopper? Down Conrod straight for the first time. That's your maximum speed you'll reach. And then this is your braking point. For a little kink in the road, and then at it for one more left-hand corner to complete a lap around Bathurst.
Yeah,
The leader does pull a gap.
Away. Yeah, he's pulling. Can the Porsche and the Audi stay with him? I'm rooting for the Audi. That's my favourite car. So come on, Audi, show me something. Show me I should be driving this track.
Yeah, they will in a couple of years in Formula 1 for you.
Aye.
So this is Andre Wolf inside the cockpit. As you can see, the beautiful mountain scenery in the background. I'm sure he is not looking out his window at that. This is climbing his way back up the mountain into the forest elbow, I think it is, coming up soon. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at a different camera. Oh. I forgot what different camera packs.
Yeah, I'm on board with Wolf, and looks like he's doing a good job here. Is he in the Audi? Yes, he's in the Audi. He's in my favourite car. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how he takes this. Might be able to get a couple of pointers for me in the future. Might race it.
He's got and right up his chuff here, I think. Oh, he's in the wall! He's in the wall! He's off! He's off! That's gonna be
Can he
big!
control it? Can he control it?
Yeah.
Nope, he's out.
Now the car's
he's
just
got a bit
rolling
lucky
down the
there.
hill. Just
Got a bit
rolling.
lucky there. Scraped against the wall. He
Yeah,
might
well
be
out
able
of everyone's way. That's
might be able
nice
to
of him.
rejoin. Oh no, he's gone back to the pits.
I'm at to toe. Yeah, that's not good.
And now you can see why I won't drive this track and will never drive this track, because that's exactly what happens in the Audi.
I want to see this. He's going to hit it on his
If he's
front
just-
left. He's really close on the outside. Watch this. Turns in
Close,
just
well
too
there.
early. Here we go. Oh, there's right there. He turned just a little bit too much.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then he,
Yeah. The chicane lifted the car and then no traction.
As well, yeah.
This is very scary, exactly. A lot of cars actually do hit this. I'm surprised there's no tech barriers there in real life because, yeah, that gravel will slow you down a little bit. And then it's probably not a bad idea to not have a tech barrier to absorb the impact because it's better for the car to roll with momentum down the hill.
Yeah.
Rather than stop straight into it.
He did a very good job of not taking anyone with him there, I'd say.
So, further back, yeah, Ryan, the Scotsman that we're watching right now, who qualified in P2, has lost his place at Heiken, the other Norwegian driver. These Norwegians, mate, they're just like rallying, and they like the mountain. Further back, there's a battle.
That first bend there, that first one there, what they're just coming around now, and then you come up here, go to the left. It's really nice. It's coming up here at high speed.
Just no real overtaking opportunities through this section now.
If you're brave enough, then, but yeah, you're right there.
So you got to get the incident there. We go race control messages coming in from the first lap accidents. So drive through for car 86, and the car 86
Ryan
is Ryan. Yeah, Ryan, and that's the Scotsman in P3. So P3's over for him for now. He serves that.
So they decided that he was at fault for turn 1 then, or lap 1.
Ooh, a little battle going on here.
Yeah, this is get you run down. Like, no, that's could be
really
side by side through here. That's this is going to be an overtaking opportunity, of course, if you can get it done. Now, is he going to try to go? It can go 2 abreast through here, turning to your right, flat out. He's going to commit to it. Will anybody lift? Both going to go through, and then now that is the job done because now you're heavy braking to the left. Good overtake. That's where you do get the overtakes, of course, staying Cobb Road straight.
Yeah, it was a very good overtake.
Doesn't cook it here to the final corner. Yep, and then he's going to get up the road there and try to catch Mr. Charles, P10, who is a Norwegian, and we know that Norwegians are quick around here. There's 2 of them leading the race. Your Brits, not too bad, mate. Adam and David, P5, P6.
Ooh, someone just come off there. Someone just came off then, didn't they? Who was it? Martin, yeah.
Let's have a look. Ooh, he's going to wait. He's got to wait. There's some traffic.
That was close.
Is that that was the final corner?
Yeah.
Let's try to see.
Any chance we can have a look at that at all?
This is Hell's corner, the first corner. Let's have a look. Is it just too much on the power?
Boom. Yeah.
Surprised he didn't go too wide out there. Oh,
He's got off.
somebody just sort of.
Gone round.
Yeah.
Surely. Oh, he hasn't. How has he not gone round there?
Oh, his teammates slowed up and let him through.
Has.
That's a lift off. That's a lift off. He had the lift to let him pass. That's for sure.
So he's the one that spun then, Rick. Luke Brown, does he just touch the grass? What happens here? So his teammate, what does he do then?
His teammate goes...
Oh, he does there we go.
So
both of them.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
One little jink, then one of them behind, he did a little jink, so yeah, both of them there.
If the Dutch drivers, all of a sudden they were line and stern, now had to yield a place and potentially have damage, is another overtaking opportunity. This man in P11, no, he just did overtake before, didn't it, Mr. Van der Linden? And now he's looking at, so he's finding a lot of pace here. Ryan's in the pit lane serving his penalty right now, and there must have been damage too from the Dutch driver because he's gone in pit lane. Or either that, or he's just electing to get some gas. We're predicting a one stop at least, of course, and maybe a 2 pit stop for some of his drivers. I'm not quite sure. Now, why don't they go to fuel the car with either 95 octane or 91? at the pump.
I think it's more than that.
Yeah, it is. Do you guys have both those choices over in the UK? Or
Yeah,
not?
it's more than that. I've 98. I put 102 in the race car.
Oh, yeah. They got more octane than the race cars for sure. Put a bit of avgas in, mate.
What's super leaded? Is it 98? Am I right there? Thinking that, Kevin?
I think so. Yeah,
I think it's 98.
You can. That's right. You can get 98 in Australia. I forgot. I haven't been back in a while. I think you can actually buy in a street car at least over 98.
Tell you what, I'll give you a chuckle. Remember, depends on the age. In Jamaica, it's 4-star and 3-star in Jamaica. We used to have that here before they went unleaded.
Oh, what, sorry?
4-star and 3-star.
Oh.
Before we all went on unleaded years ago, it used to be you tank up with 4-star, 3-star, and I think, if I remember correctly, you used to have 2-star as well.
Oh, a potential overtake behind here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the Shell car.
Of who just made the pass? Then was it Tom? Because Tom just made the pass, and he also just a couple of seconds ago hit the wall with the rear of his car. So he's absolutely flying after earlier's crash. He might have some aero damage as the Mercedes is coming back at him on the straight.
Yep, we see this.
Oh, he's definitely going for it here. Yeah.
Wow.
Gotta make it stick. He did.
Yeah, he made it stick all right.
An overtaking opportunity up the road. Thinking about it into the first corner. Backs off a little bit. Oh, and there's somebody off into the side there. That's one of the Dutch cars. Yeah. So their race is going a little pearl-shaped at the moment. It's actually getting pretty spicy between P1 and P2, mate, as well. I just realised that... Is it? Haken? Yeah, there it is. P1, P2. Starting to keep him honest here. The Porsche versus the Merc. This could be getting very close for an overtaking opportunity, or do you think that Austin's just fuel saving? I don't know. But that's close, and these guys have a bit of a gap there. 6 seconds and change back to William, so this is definitely a game on. We have a race winner from first round. You know, got a very hungry Norwegian in his tailpipe. It must be pretty equal on pace there. I don't know if you got the sector times to show us up there, Mr. Director, to see what the sector splits are between these two gladiators. Lap 9, so we still got about 40 minutes left of this race.
Is Ryan Martin actually out? The one that had the drive-through, is he not come back? Or is it car 19? I don't see him on the track map, so is he out fully? Then
Yeah.
because that's big for the race and the championship, I'd say, because he's up there. He was one of
I'd
the main
hope not. I
contenders.
mean, we have 40 minutes left to go in this race with a lot of pit stops, rounds and stuff. I mean, it's way too early to be retiring.
Well, he's got a drive-through, may have just maybe right now disagreeing with the steward over it. As I've said that, I'll find out very shortly, I'm sure, in an inbox if he is, but sure he's 2 laps down now. That won't take that long to drive through it, so I guess Ryan's decided that was his day done after the chaos of lap 1. As the leader's still pretty close. Who's pitted for that's an actual pit stop then, is it, for P11 of Lambert? Surely an actual pit stop will be 23 minutes in or so.
That's the one, the damage, yeah, that was one of the Dutch cars. The Dutch duo with the orange livery, the cheetah livery. They're,
This
other ones.
21 minutes in, I see. So, what we were saying, another 2 laps until the first proper round of pit stops. I assume the drivers pitting now will be trying to go to the end. Surely you'd put a full tank in if you were him and at least be ready for it in case of a safety car as well, you know.
Yeah, and take us on board at the moment, the 73 car. I want to feel how it feels to be driving in the mountain and what the drivers can actually see from their perspective. Yeah.
He's not playing games. He's chasing down the race leader right now.
Look at that, once again.
And that looks really good.
Isn't it fun? This is a roller coaster ride of a track. Absolutely. This is the breaking point. Yeah, really the only breaking point on the mountain down. You lift for the rest, and then this is just flat.
Yeah.
If you can push your foot through the engine chassis, you would. That's how deep you want to push it. And then he's not going to lift, I don't think, through here. There's a bit. It is pretty bumpy down Conrod Straight, so you can feel those bumps a little bit there. Doesn't lift through here. And then on the heavy braking zone. This way you can gain a little bit of time if you get greedy, for sure, but its risks goes out a little bit wide underneath the Armour Oil Bridge. There for the final corner coming up. You can see we can gain a little bit here. They're pretty even on lap times. That's how that comes around now for lap 10. There it is. So you gain a little bit there, I believe.
Teammates all, or they just, I wonder if they know each other.
Not sure. No further investigation coming up there at the moment between 79 and 22 car. That was at, maybe it's something we might have missed earlier. 79 was Ryan Sharp. And the 22 car was Tom. Running in P7. Starting in P7, running in P7 to BMW. Further back, he's a squat. Charles Harrington. Interested to see what's going to happen. Do you guys, I don't know, if Haken in P2 is going to follow Oyston into the pits
I'm sorry,
or
what
not?
I've noticed
Battle
is
of the Pits.
that flag, he's got his Norwegian flag on the side of his car there. That looks lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I tell you what, if I were them two, I'd just work together. You know what I mean? Until the end and go for it. You know what I mean? Fuel save as much as you can, and then, like I say, if any of them go for a one stopper, you'll see what happens. Because they've
Got
got
fan
a
club
nice
out there?
gap, haven't they? Yeah,
You're right. It sounds like they have the control of the race for sure. 9-second gap now too. That was 6 seconds a little while ago, so they've already pulling that pretty quickly.
Did you say is that his Norwegian flag? And that's brilliant. I like
Yeah,
that.
it is. No, it's great.
really
It could, I
nice.
mean, it could be a British flag. It could be a Dutch flag almost.
no,
No,
Norwegian
it
band,
couldn't.
British flag
No, it
don't
couldn't
look like
be.
that.
Not at all, mate. No.
British
Sorry.
flag don't look like that. I can tell you that now.
No, it's not.
No, that's right. It's not. It's actually, yeah, you can definitely see it when it's.
Having
It's
a Roll
definitely
Highness.
Norwegian.
Oh, and P2. So, yeah, Oyston's gone in to the pit lane. So our race leader has gone into the pit lane.
And followed him? Nope, he's not following him.
No. So Haken stayed out. So that's going to be interesting. Undercut or overcut. We'll keep an eye on that, of course. And we've got a fan club out there. We've got Go Tom, Go Charles, Go Brycey. So that's good to see. Go through. Where is Charles is in P8. There for you, Stan. Stan. Brycey. Where's Brycey? Can't see Brycey, actually. Where is Brycey? DFR for the win. Trying to find Bryce.
I couldn't.
Yeah, George, I'm not sure who you're referring to. So let's keep an eye on those pit times. Ryan's in the pits again. Ryan Sharp. Is that the second time? No, it's the first time, I think, into the pit lane. So Oyston's come out, race leader, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. That was a 52-second pit stop that I'm showing, guys. That should be around your average time, I'd say. Is that for tyres or just a bit of fuel?
Fuel.
Richard Reinhardt, William he was referring to in the chat. There you go. William's in P2 at the moment, mate. He had to make a pit stop, but yep, potentially good for a podium. I'm sure I'm going to take it to the race drivers at the moment. They're lapping just in low one at 203s. Then again, Williams in 203 territory as well, so that'd be interesting. Let's see if the pit stop strategy is going to come into his play there, if he could do something about that.
If he doesn't pit now, and he goes another 2 laps, he's doing a 1-stop. He's doing a 1-stop. There you go. So he sat behind the leader, saving fuel is what he's done here. That was what he was doing. So we thought he was absolutely on it, but he was actually saving fuel, following the leader in the slipstream.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. One of them, personally, I would have worked together and try to go for a one-stopper, but obviously that's what he was doing, saving fuel. And it looks like he's right now he's got what kind of a gap has he got? 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So do you know how long it is into the pits?
It was
refueling out?
54. It was 54 for the race leader before Oyston. 54.212. So it's going to be around that mark, depending on if you spot your mark, of course, perfectly and all that.
Yeah.
And if he takes less fuel as well, that will save him a bit of time because he's staying out longer. I'm just interested. Look at the previous laps there from Oyston. He is a 2:39. Well, that was including his pit stop, so we'll have to wait for another lap around to see. Hyken did a 2:02.6, and that's a good lap because really, on that last lap, that was pretty much the quickest. It was. So he's putting in some nice banker laps here to try to cover off perhaps that undercut that will be approaching when he takes his pit stop. He's going to keep up that good pace, I think. Now, did Oyston come out at all in traffic? He's got his teammate Charles, and his teammate, his countryman. I'm not quite sure the gap between those two. It's about a couple of seconds, actually. So, yeah, Oyston might have traffic to deal with in a minute. And he won't get the driver won't get the blue flag, so we'll have to actually overtake him. That will definitely help out our race leader, I think. Our race leader has got clean air. There is a car coming up the road for him to overtake soon, but that will be blue flag car. So he won't have to worry too much, unless he catches him, obviously, in the mountain area, which it looks like he might. Unless he comes in the pit lane now. Yeah, he's got to get past this driver right now as quickly as possible. Otherwise, he will be meeting him in the mountain area up the top, and that's where it's very hard to lift off and allow somebody through. So let's see. Yep, there's your William out there, George. He's gone in, as well as Adam.
So the rest are... What minute are we on?
Yeah, as always said, he's got traffic. This is going to be difficult. He has to get past it. Now, the car ahead, the BMW, does not have to lift, let him through. And by the way, he is a Norwegian bot, so this is interesting. He has! He's let him through! Countryman! Wow! Did not have to. That was actually for track position, but he's decided... There you go. So the Norwegians, mate, they're working together here. And that was, I guess, that was very good. So that it could, because that definitely would have hurt Oyston, because Hyken's still out there, 202.60, and Oyston did a 203.19. So yeah, Hyken's putting in some pretty damn good laps. I think he might have this covered.
Right. So William and Adam just pitted, and so did Eli and a few others. So they've pitted with 29 minutes done.
Yeah.
So they're 30 seconds out of doing a one-stop. So surely they're going to be saving fuel this next stint to a one-stop. So the only driver that I think is doing a two is Oyston. And he is, at the moment, he would only be about 3 to 4 seconds up the road after the leader pits. So he's got to get a move on if he is doing a two-stop. Because at the moment, everybody else is about to just out-strategize him.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't understand how he would be ahead. Now the leader's in. How would he be ahead? Because the leader was putting in quicker times that whole stint. They said the leader was doing 202s, mid 202s, which is great pace, whereas Oyston wasn't doing that pace. So I don't understand how he be back into the leader.
You know how sometimes you know how when you're racing, your first stint's slower. Your first stint could be quicker, and your second stint could be even slower. So it could have been the other way around for him. First was slow, and his second now could be a flyer. So to see if he is going to put a move on and try and
David's
get a gap, if he looks like he might be going for a two-stop.
Davidson as well. Here's Oyston, so should be in the lead of this race.
Yeah, he'll be beating him out just. It'll be a couple of seconds, but he'll have him. But he'd also got one more pit stop to do.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Oh.
So side by side is going to be through. It is! He's done it! Just! I thought that it had to be close because he's putting some banker laps in.
That's very close. We're gonna
He's got it done. So that's just a switcheroo from the start of this race now between these two guys, and that's paid off by staying out a little later.
Let's see what happens now in the next few laps, if he's going to try and catch him and overtake him, or put him under pressure.
Brilliant work.
Pretty well, though. Them two British lads are doing pretty well. 4th and 5th.
absolutely. And pit stops have been done by everybody now on the track.
I can see where my calculations went wrong. So you see the last corner where they go left and they miss a bit.
Yep.
That helped him massively going into the pit lane.
Oh, okay.
That knocks time off, doesn't it?
Ah.
Because he doesn't have to do the last
Sorry,
corner.
just scrape the wall just then. The leader.
Yeah, this is the first time he's had to be...
We'll see how
This is the first time he's had to really be staring at a car behind. Because, you know, he's been leading this race before. He started on pole. And now I wonder if Haken can handle the pressure of his fellow countryman here. Because unlike the other driver that lifted before and allowed his countryman through, which was Charles, I guarantee Haken's not going to be allowing him through. But look at the pressure right now down the Conrod straight. This is the man that wants to win 2 races in the green car at a 37. He wants to win 2 back-to-back here and prove that he's the GT3 man to beat this season.
If we're right here, the leader has a pit stop on him. So why would he need a fight? He wouldn't need to fight for it. Just needs to stay close to him.
Why would you say the leader has a pit stop on him? They can both go to the end, can't they?
Can Oyston? He pitted before, a couple of minutes before half.
Yeah, he did pit it way before, maybe about 3 laps before.
Yeah, he's pitted 3 laps earlier than...
So, I think he might be doing a 2 stint.
Well, Oyston's pit stop was 54.12, 50.27 for Haken.
And there was a 3 lap difference in it, and how many minutes? 6?
That's hard. Remember, half the race they did that, so they both boxed. What as you said, so there's some lap cars, or there's not lap cars. There's a bit of a damage on that 15 car, I think it is. Monster Energy, and a little bit that tape might have to fix, but he's got some pace.
Hold on,
and this is a battle down P14. Andre's here boxed. Now, Andre, the man that did that 1-stop, we believe, last race. Is he doing a 1-stop? No, he's doing a 2-stopper. He's already been in the pit lane before. Well, when they did half the race on 1 tank, so I'm sure they could do the rest of this race on...
Well, I know the leader can, but I don't know if Oyston can, because he pitted 3 laps earlier.
But he took a little bit longer pit stop, so he's just taking on more gas, or is that just topped it completely?
Well, I can only do 45%.
Ah. Interesting. So he would have to coast.
He's going to have to coast at some point. Definitely more than the leader's going to have to.
Yeah, because you'd have to be interesting because they're lapping. We'll get the lap times coming up now because it was an out lap for the leader. There it is. Guess what? They both did a 202.8 each. Exactly. Oh. So there it is. Spot on for the pace.
They're matching each other for pace here.
Which means that Oyston with the slipstream should be a little bit quicker, but does it look like he might be coasting to fuel save. Down Conrod straight, not to Conrod straight, of course. Now they're making their way up to Forest Elbow. Rick's in the pit lane. He's 7. That's a second pit stop from him. So we are starting to see some 2 pit stoppers here. Well, the 2 leaders, as you can see on the track map, as they make their way back down the mountain, they're quite lonely. Yeah. Got a lot of track up there, but there's P3 as well too of William. He's got a nice clear track ahead of him, and then look at that, P4 and P5. That's pretty explosive. You want to go to Adam and David, because that battle, I think it's definitely heating up. You can see they must be together. There they are there. Oof. And there's David and his JD Sim Racing.
Wow, the drive really close to that wall.
Yeah. This is getting absolutely. It looked to me like you could see David's got a little bit more pace, but these are both the Brits, is it?
Yep. Yeah, both Brits.
Battle of the Brits.
Adam's in the Ferrari and David's in the Merc. We're gonna see how these Brits can do. You know. See how quick they are.
Can't handle the heat of the Outback Australia, mate. No, this is not the Outback, but. Oh, I love it. They just bounce over those chicanes. It's got to feel good on your back. Kind of like the Formula 1 drivers at the moment, aren't they, complaining? Did you see Lewis Hamilton crawling out of that car in pain? He said that was one of the most painful drives he ever had to do in Baku.
Is it a new track, Baku?
Baku? No.
No, 2016 it started.
Okay.
14, maybe? 2016, I think.
It was a European Grand Prix at one stage, I think, too.
Yeah. The first season was good.
Yeah. No, a little bit complaining about that, as well as Daniel Ricciardo saying it was like going into a battle with on a one-on-one basketball with Steph Curry.
David looks like he's catching Adam. He's getting a little bit closer, little by little.
So leaders again, still 2 for now. I feel that Oyston might just be happy to sit in this P2 there, maybe do a bit of fuel saving. Still got plenty of time, 21 minutes left in this race. The drama we had, of course, was a big pile-up in the first lap, which resulted in Ryan getting a drive-through penalty, and Ryan has retired from the session. A Scotsman started in P2, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
P2.
P2. He was down to P4 by the exit of turn 1 though, so when that chaos started, so he didn't have the best start to the race.
I think he's in P9 now, so definitely didn't have a good start to the race. Oh, you're on about Martin?
Martin, Martin, right?
Yeah.
Or Ryan,
yeah.
Sorry.
Because there's Ryan Sharp as well, they're both Scots out there, so...
Yeah, too many Ryans in Scotland, it seems.
Yep.
Oh, could be in Ireland, have O'Reillys. I've never met an O'Reilly in Ireland. Of course, O'Reillys everywhere. You can just see, and tyres, guys. I mean, obviously,
Nah, they keep going.
no problems.
Yeah, I always thought that through season 1. I always said to people about it, and they always said, no, it's never a problem for it. So it's just.
So we need to talk to the tyre manufacturers and get some softer tyres.
Yeah, get some Pirellis out here.
Yeah.
You know, get some. What was it? What year was it? 2010 Canada. Absolute chaos. 5 pit stops. Just because
was it?
5 compound. I think it was 2010, wasn't it? Because Canada.
Is that the one where they had the ultra softs and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. It was 5 pit stops or whatever. And everyone was like, I think you're taking it a bit too far there. But and now we get just 1 stops because,
Yeah.
it kind of ruins the fun. I don't know where you want to go with that one.
I think they should balance it up. I'd probably maybe just add the 1 more tyre.
I'd like them just to be able to race properly, like a move here!
Oh, yeah.
No, yes, no. Just try to scare him into it. Scared me into it. He's going to go for it now? He's got a better run. He's definitely quicker. He's a lot quicker, David.
I was saying that.
He's got to go.
He's catching him. And
he's so close. You wouldn't
He's
even... He's got to lunge.
Is there any chance we could get on board with him?
Yeah, please, if we can, Director. Because Conrad Straight, I'd have to say, is good. If you get a good exit down here, coming up saying, well, this is still following down the hill. This is just where basically just let the car roll, lift and coast, and then a little bit of braking. Not yet. Just let the car roll. This is your braking point coming up in a second. Now you brake a little bit. A different racing line here. That could have compromised his exit. I think it might have. You caught a little bit of a mistake here. This is your overtaking opportunity down Conrad Straight. You can see he'll start to catch him a little bit in the slipstream, but no. He's going to have to wait for another lap, perhaps, or maybe catch him up, heading into the first up the hill soon. Yeah, he went off the racing line a little bit there on that last braking point down the hill. Interesting.
Yeah, no, the tyres are if I don't know. There's an extreme to it, isn't there? There's a ways of manufacturing racing, and that's one of them. But obviously, like we do here with fuel, is also another way of doing it. But it's a bit dangerous, as we know, setting people on fire in pit lanes. So tyres is probably a better way to go about it.
It's going to get a good exit here. This could try to get him up into. If he is a right-hand corner coming up here, just climb up the hill, but it's always very risky. And then you could risk it in the elbow.
Yeah,
but it's difficult.
Not as close as last lap, so I suppose he just sits there.
No, he's definitely not as close. And like you say, if he just sits there and be a bit patient, gets up to him again, there's a good chance he can take him. So no part of rushing it. You know what I mean? There's still a good few laps to go. So just take your time, see an opportunity, get closer, and then take it. But Adam in the Ferrari is not messing around though.
Yeah, you also get it. Well, it's good to be like that. Ooh, here again, he's so much quicker there. He actually had to brake a little bit earlier. Now, I wonder if if he can catch him here and then try that and see if he avoids that mistake he made before Conrad. That's probably going to be the key. I'm sure he's well aware of it. If he wants to overtake, I'm not quite sure if he does want to overtake. You know, if perhaps he could just try to force the driver ahead there into a mistake of Adam. And no, this time around, not quick enough. Do anything down Conrad Straight. Have to repeat it all over again, but there's 16 minutes left of this race, so plenty of time. If they're fueled up to go to the end. That's a big if. Our leaders are still not changing. They're doing 202.8s, 202.9s, so nothing's happening there. They just did another pace, mate, guys out there. These guys that we're watching are doing 204s and 205s. And other drivers are doing around 2.6s.
David could definitely go quicker. It's Adam that's slowing him up here fully.
But is this battle allowing William, and just keep an eye on that, because William's doing 204.6s. These guys are doing 204. Adams did a 204.18 the last lap, 204.5. So the battle's not hurting them too much to the gap to William and P3.
What's the track temp? Ooh. It is...
hot in Australia.
Very hot.
This could be an opportunity now. Could be an opportunity. This is where he's so much quicker. Once again, look, he had to brake a little bit earlier. David had to brake before Adam braked through that section. That's to show you the pace. But then he's losing a little bit here. Again. So I think at the moment, Adam's kind of just covering him off at the right places. Making it very difficult to overtake here in the mountain. I wonder if he should be calling his pet kangaroo to jump out on the track there and cause a caution or something. DFW for the win. Who is DFW, my friend? Any guys know?
DFR.
DFR, sorry. Who's DFR?
And it's the William run car in P3.
Okay. Yep. William's got a fan club out there this evening. He's having a lonely race. You can see on that track map. That's the car 3s. He's going up to the Forest Elbow in a minute. So, lonely, yeah? What do you think there, Kevin? A lonely race, a good race?
No, a lonely race is not a good race. You want to be in the mix, don't you?
Some drivers are comfortable. They're just not having to be in the wars with everybody because they can just get their head down and concentrate. And then other drivers like yourself like to be in this battle between either P1, P2, or P4 and P5.
Yeah.
They're still doing identical lap times, essentially, give or take. You can see that it's pretty much nothing between them. Only difference is the fuel of the Oyster there, lapping 3 laps, pitting 3 laps earlier, give or take.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He pitted about 3 laps earlier, so
lap 11.
We're thinking
he boxed
that he's going to have to do a second stop.
Now, second stop potentially could mean he comes out behind David and Adam battle if they don't have to box as well. Now, again, David and Adam. Now, David boxed on lap 14. Adam boxed on lap 13. William boxed on lap 13. And Race Leader boxed on lap 14. So, well, Lamont and the Dutch driver in P7, who's gained 4 positions, boxed on lap 9. So there's no way. I don't think he has to box again.
Callum in the chat, the track temp is 22 degrees Celsius. I found it eventually. There you go.
Yeah.
It's hotter in my room than on the track, apparently.
It's cold in the mountain, actually, believe it or not. In this part of Australia.
Lambert's in the pit then.
Yeah, Lambert, I figured that he had to, didn't he? Because he boxed on lap 9.
Adam's getting close again.
Yeah.
He's like I don't know where. I'm just trying to think where he's losing time and where he's gaining it. We'll find up the mountain here because he's so much quicker climbing up the mountain. It's when he goes back down the mountains where he's losing a little bit.
Yeah, but is he easing off down the mountain because there's a car in front of him?
Well, he had to brake earlier. But you have a look at this corner in a minute, coming up as we go back down. It really catches him off guard. See the pace he's got through here, and then you watch somewhere around here. I think it is coming up soon. He has to brake. He actually brakes a little bit earlier than Adam. And Adam should be braking before.
It's all over him now, though.
Yeah, right there. See? Again.
Yeah, he does brake
he had to brake earlier. And this is where he loses it. Because he had to brake a little bit earlier. Look at the gap that Adam starts to form.
Yeah.
And then Adam then covers him off on the Conrad straight. The same thing has been happening lap by lap right now.
It seems like the Ferrari going down the hill is way more quicker, and the Merc going up the hill is way more quicker.
And you wonder what he can do, because he has to brake, otherwise he's going to slam into the back of him. Look at this battle at the moment, too. P11 and P12. I like delivery on that monster car. As well as the Dutch driver has his nationality country, his country flag all over his ignition car. 123 ignition.
.com.
.com. .com. And is that also another player? Is that's Lamont? Is that no? Just trying to see who's also with them. So our race leaders just got past some lap traffic as well. Up the top of the hill, at the forest elbow.
I've only got 10 minutes to go here.
Yeah, this is when they're going to start seeing some potential dive bombs.
And pit stops.
Yeah. Do this. It's great, because now we're going to keep our race director very, very busy capturing all the action, because look at all the multiple battles everywhere. Here's one. Oh, no. He had to think about it, lift off into the final corner. Can you try to get him around the Hell's Corner coming up? It's going to be tricky. Get it right, you're in heaven. Get it wrong, you're in hell.
What's happening with the three behind here in the chicane? How are they going? I think they've all survived, looking at my information. But yeah, there's 2 battles here very close. There's the battle of 3. What's this? Wolf and Ivo, and Rick has got him. Rick Jansen's passed.
Yep.
That's what David needs to do for P4 there. Get the move done before the hill. What else has happened in the freeway battle between Andre, Ivo, and Connor? Connor's just a little bit up the road. Will we see Wolf do the same? And second place is in.
He didn't have the gas. Yeah, does Haken have the gas?
There you go. He had to there you go, he's just stopped for a couple of seconds, got the fuel gone. How long was he in it for there? Not long at all, but there you go, told you. Is he going to lose second?
He will lose third. And
No, he's going to stay in. No, looking at the track map, he's fine.
You think?
Oh, well, he's not even stopped yet, has he? Oh, God.
No, he hasn't stopped yet. No, three's got him.
Surely,
I'd say
yeah.
I'd say Williams got him. Williams coming down in the straight now. Maybe 4 and 5. Let's keep an eye on that one.
P4's in. Adam's in.
Adam's gone in.
I don't know if you.
So yeah, he is going to lose that one. Will he come out? Yes, he will come out ahead. He should come out ahead of P4. P4 is coming around the corner in a second. No, there. Yeah,
That one
got him.
Good today.
But he's got traffic.
Yeah,
But it should be a back marker. Should be allowed to move over and let him through.
So if David wasn't stuck behind Adam, I think David would have third here. But as he was, yeah, he's definitely. But I mean, if David wasn't stuck behind Adam for so long, he would probably be on the back of William. But so that saved position there. He's missed the apex areas. He's quite far. But
yeah, William doesn't have to lift, but William could also be a little bit of fuel saving here. Whereas we know that Oyston does not have to do any fuel saving now. He can just burn everything he has.
He's got to pass him.
Yeah. He's got 6 minutes and change to get it done.
Camera there.
That'll actually give our race leader a little bit of breathing time now because he's 27 seconds down the road.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's absolutely fine.
He could just lift and coast now, even if he isn't running on fumes.
I'd be very cautious as this freeway battle continues. It's now Povo on the back of Connor, which is changed as somebody comes out the pits or just gets out of the way. I'm not really sure. It's Mercedes anyway.
So it's really unfortunate there for Adam, isn't it? I mean, he's dropped down to P7 now. He's 9 seconds down the road from Tom with not a lot of time to catch, and that's after a really lonely P3 he'd been racing for so long, but just a fuel strategy hasn't paid out for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So sorry for the fan club out there, guys.
Yeah, I thought strategy would come into it. Safety car, a lot of people. So a lot more people than I thought took advantage of the safety car. To be fair, as Williams in. Williams at the pit as well, so that's given second back to. That surprised me. I thought Williams would be safe to go to the end.
Well, he also had that pressure, didn't he? Because he had Oyston and some fresh fuel that could just push. Eli's gone in as well. I'll promote David up in a P3.
Yeah, interesting. I thought because they pitted only a lap before the leader, so I thought they would be fine. But how close is the leader then? Oh, they did pit, didn't they? They pitted on 29 and 30 seconds to go, so I thought they were close. But so David should be right on the money. Who's this then? Charles going for a move or getting past?
It's a good move.
Brilliant. We've got more. Who's this? Williams just come out of the pits alongside Tom.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting now. If the drivers that have boxed on lap 14 are our race leader, David, in P3, Tom and Adam that are running in 5th and 6th. They also boxed on lap 14. Tom did, sorry, not Adam. So, can they go to the end? 4 minutes to go. Can they afford to lift and coast and do some fuel saving? How can our race leader do a 203.48? So, that's still a very, very quick time for somebody that's supposed to be saving some fuel. Doesn't appear to be that. Everybody else is in the 204s. I wonder if he is aware of his fuel situation. He'll be very careful. He could be potentially throwing a race lead away. But do the cars burn different fuels as well too? Like with the Porsche, burn less gas than say the Mercedes? What do you guys think?
I think so slightly. If I'm not wrong. I know they did have different sized fuel tanks, but they don't anymore. So I do think they do. They definitely use different amount of fuel percentage per lap.
It's looking good for the Mercedes, mate. Look at that 2, 3, and 4 Mercs for a new car that's been implemented this season. Just barely 2 weeks old, that car.
Williams got to keep Tom on, which Tom was rolling earlier in the day.
Let's have a look. Oyston's last lap, 202.8, 203.43. So, yeah, he can shave about a second a lap at him, but there's not enough time.
Tom doesn't have enough fuel to go to the end, so it's down to Dave.
Oh, so yeah, that's the drivers are boxed on P14 are coming in for some fuel. This is interesting. Can Aiken do it? Can Aiken hold off? Or is he going to run out of gas? 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, almost under 3. David as well in P3, boxed on lap 14. What's his last time? 2:04.5. He's definitely going slower. And he has a big gap to William.
Second.
Yeah, see, they've got the time to lift off. Both got the gap, so surely you would think if they knew they were going to do a one stop, they would have been looking at the entire stint and they would have been measuring every lap to know, because it's worth having a bit left in the tank, isn't it, at this stage?
Sometimes the drivers are too focused and actually make a little bit of a mistake on that and not realise.
They were both busy with fighting with cars, so they have gone longer than everybody else, so they're committed to it. As here goes Andre round the outside turn 1, possible.
Ooh. He's going to have to go deep. Going to be a drag down here. Actually, Monster Energy car could be losing at 2 places here. You can see he's got a little bit of damage. Yep, he could very much be losing 2 places here. It's going to be nice as they're making their way up to the elbow coming up soon. Yep, he did lose 2 places there. Unless he can do something coming back. This is P11. Yeah, that's the fuel saving perhaps too. Now Charles is on his box lap 14. Andre, we're on board with.
David couldn't do it.
David couldn't do it. Oh, that means that our race leader is the only one left. 1 minute to go.
Well. Yeah, it's a lap. A lap short, David.
Oh, it's going to be very frustrating. Now, yeah, our race leader, he can. Yeah. Now, surely, I mean, he can afford to lose. He's still
listen to him. Listen to him there. Yeah. Here we go. Turn in.
Is he?
He's massively lifting.
Yeah, time's on his side.
Listen to it. He's lifting like crazy through there.
39 seconds left, so this should be the white flag lap.
Yeah, he's going to the end here. There's no way he's thinking about pitting. No way.
Is the
Is this it? Is the final lap?
Is the start finish line? Isn't it before the pit lane? Yes, it is.
Oh, we got 20. Yes, final lap, isn't it? Yeah, so he's sorted here. Yeah, that's brilliantly done by him. Well played.
Yeah, he can afford to probably drop 2 seconds on this lap. Easy.
He's to run out of fuel now and still probably get there in time.
Is he? He's out of gas. Yeah, the engine's not going. I can't hear it. Oh no, he completely just lifted there. Just didn't even apply the throttle. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. That clutched in again.
How close is he on fuel then? That is amazing.
He must be on vapors right now.
Well done to that man.
Oh, look at that. Yep. Absolutely brilliant. Ooh. Scary moment for him, I would have thought there. At least he was okay.
New race winner. Both of them being Norwegian. It's Norwegian season apparently in season 2. They've also got a 1-2 as well, yeah, that's fantastic. And I think the best result for an American in P3 at the moment as it stands, but well done there. Wilson to get P2, started on pole, but pit strategy was the way to go. The top 3, 4 and 5 are pretty close coming to the end of this race. Looking at it, Williams ahead, but 4th and 5th aren't far away of Adam and David. David's fallen back behind Adam here after having to pit again, so he's seen the back of that Ferrari for long enough today.
It's interesting because Heiken was the race winner, the only driver that did the one-stopper. And he was the other drivers that did box on lap 14. They couldn't make it to the end. And now remember, Heiken was being pushed quite a bit after that. When he came out the pit stop and he had Piston behind him for some time. So pushing. He couldn't do any fuel saving at that point, but when Oyston went in for his second pit stop, that's what allowed Heiken just to have free air and just get on with his own pace and not have to worry about being pushed to run out of gas. I think that's what really did save him. if Oyston probably could have stayed out there longer and pushed him more, that could have put him just to the point where he probably would have had to box, and that could have been a switcheroo. Anyway, it's always a shoulda, coulda, woulda scenario.
Coulda, woulda, yeah. Well, he's unlucky, but it's some good racing, some very good racing. Little crash bang wallop at the beginning. And then as the time's gone on, it's been some decent racing, especially in between Adam and David. It's been good racing there.
Yeah, the William fan club out there got a podium. William did, exactly, for Bryce.
Yeah.
We're going to have to ask why it's called Bryce, aren't we? We're gonna have. That's one thing you got to ask. Why are they calling you Bryce when your name's William?
Yeah, that's his nickname or something, I guess, guys. What do you think, George? He had the fan club today, that's for sure. He had the fan. And it's actually good to see that Liam, the Aussie, did get out there and run the safety car around a few laps. Who'd like to read those results for us, please?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do it, being me. So in P1, we've got Hakon Grebstad. Fantastic race there, and also managed to keep it all with a single stop, which is absolutely insane. P2, we've got Oyston Herfjord. P3 is William Reinhard. P4 is Adam Hedgecock. P5, David Kontos. P6 is Eli Sasek. P7 is Tom Gambino. P8 is Rick Jansen. P9, wow, what is that one? Is Tamert Wedder. P10 is Andre Wolf. P11 is Ivo Vander. P12 is Charles Henriksen. P13 Connor Welsh. P14 Ryan Sharp. P15 James Ellis. P16 Tony Vander. P17 Ralph Solomon. And P18 Martin Brandon. On to the next page, please. I don't have another page.
That's brilliant. I was about to say, you're talking to yourself there. You're asking
You don't have another page because there's only 19. Yeah, because Ryan had retired, didn't he? So
Yeah,
That's
I
very
think
true,
there's
yeah.
a couple of retirements here. Of retirements. Oh, well. That's another race gone. And
So is that, am I not mistaken? If that is that showing everybody is 1 second apart, P4 to P13, or each of those drivers are 1 second apart each other?
Right,
Unbelievable!
right down.
I didn't realize it was that close towards the end.
It didn't look that close.
No.
Obviously, it was.
Not seen that. Well, hopefully we're going to get the Norwegians in here for a chat as well. Williams, we'd have to have William in here for a chat. They've got the fan club out there.
Well, guys, I'm going to leave you to it now. I'll let you wrap it up.
Yeah, you got to fire up that. You got to get that barbecue kit fired up, mate. You got some. You got about 24 or so, including the retirement drivers, all lined up, ready, hungry, hungry like a wolf.
All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you up soon. Enjoy the race. Very good racing. And we'll see what the crack is next week. And I'll be racing. Oh, look at that crash there. And I'll be racing at Monza. All right, guys. Have a good
See you, mate. Thank you very much.
Right.
There, Kevin. See you in the next race, mate, in Italy, in Monza.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Take care. Well, the mountain always delivers its promise, and it's delivered for the Norwegians.
I found out. They're telling us in the chat. It's his middle name.
Ah, okay.
That's why. Do we have the top three like we did last week, or what do we reckon? Oh, we do.
Grab him by the scruff of the racing seat. Yank him into the casting box. Well, both of our Norwegian legends at the moment. No, you're baking in the Australian. It's not really. It's actually quite cold, guys. But well done. Who would like to go first? Because we both have Heiken and Oyston in here. I probably completely butchered your names. Apologies, but
We're used to it.
Yeah. So who would like to go first? I guess this time around, Oyston, you can go first. You can go first because you came second.
Yeah. I can.
And So yeah, they explained that the safety car, the fuel situation. You had to take the extra pit stop. Yeah, happened.
Yeah, we just discussed it. I think maybe I botched the strategy there. Cause yeah, either that or Håkon is fuel saving god might be the latter actually. But yeah, nothing I can do against Håkon on this track ever. I think so.
You guys were tooth and nail, like practically. For most, I mean, you're leading a race at the start after a very good overtake, I think, early as well too, and getting up there, and there was that racing incident that occurred behind you guys. Ryan had a server drive-through. Was that massive pile-up? Mm-hmm. And then, you guys were just lapping practically similar lap times over and over again. Were you obviously planning on? I should have to ask that for Haken because he was behind you, but. And then you went in for that first pit stop a couple of laps earlier, and he came out, and he came out of the pit stops, and you just saw him basically side by side, didn't it? He just squeezed past you. And was that something you were worried about with planning? Did you think?
I think it's much better to be just behind him than just in front of him, to be honest. So no issues with that. I didn't think he was going to be able to finish the second stint though.
You were pushing him after that when you came out of the pit stops, or you think I'm just going to push, and maybe if he burn his fuel?
Actually, no. I was trying to save fuel, so I had to fuel less at my second stop, and he had to fuel a little bit more. But then that backfired. So I didn't try to push him at all.
And then that second, that second pit stop when you came out, you actually got a little bit of traffic, I believe, as well too. So that you did have traffic. But you have to thank you after Charles, right? Charles lifted completely, let you through.
Yep.
Your other Norwegian. So countryman. I remember seeing that because I thought he might have held you up for a little bit, but no, nope. No, I'll let you through. Didn't have to, of course, because you were racing for a position. Yeah. So, anyway, but mate, it's still a second step on the podium is a podium. So, that's a 1 and a 2 now for you. So, maybe you get a 3 in the next race. I'm sure you probably want to get a P1 in Italy.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, I can't remember what track it is again, but it's...
Monza, I believe.
Monza, yeah. So, probably a P3. I would take that now if you give it to me. So.
All right. You sure? You want to trade it in? For what's behind the other box, which could be a P1 or P2? Guess the position. No, anyway.
If I get a P3 on Monza, then I'm very happy.
All right.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll be listening to you again next week. Congratulations anyway on the P2.
Thank you.
Pit stop strategy didn't work, but I'll tell you what, who the pit stop strategy did work for, and that is Mr. Haken.
Yeah.
So the other Norwegian, both the Norwegians dominating the Down Under. So, mate, yes, and I saw that right towards the end. You were definitely lifting, coasting. How much are you running on vapor fumes at that?
There wasn't much left in the tank at the line there now. Just enough to do a little burnout at the end of the pit straight.
Yeah. You're the only driver that did lapped on box 14, and I thought some of the other drivers that actually boxed on lap 14 had to go into the pit stop, so we were kind of worried that you had to box, and we're like, well, gee, can he make it? You did have a gap, of course. A nice 28 second gap or something like that at point, so you could easily lose a couple of seconds a lap. Didn't appear to be. You were still putting in some damn good banker laps towards the end.
Yeah, I was. The first stint, my plan was never to do a one-stop race, but the safety car enabled me to really save a lot of fuel that first stint, which probably extended my first stint by a lap or two. Maybe even 3. So at that point, I figured maybe it's doable. And once I had once I got in front of Øystein coming out of the pit, I was like, I'll just start saving and see what he does. And he was just content sitting behind me, so I just saved the whole second stint. And then, both of you guys were lapping exactly the same time. And how did that feel? Because I noticed that I was keeping an eye on your times when Øystein did go into the pit lane, and you were then putting in, you started doing the Schumacher flying laps, didn't you? Just putting in great, consistent, quick laps.
I thought you was going to be close for you covering him off, and you must have felt pretty good when you just squeezed out ahead of him out of that pit lane. It's like, bang, okay, I've got the lead of this race. And then at that point, as you said, probably just fuel management 101 for the rest of the race.
Yeah, definitely. Because once I stayed pitted, I had more than enough to just fully push the rest of my laps without compromising anything on the stop. Maybe slightly longer stop because of more fuel usage, but that track time easily makes up for that.
Excellent. Congratulations, mate. That's the first race win for you this season, so hopefully more to come. And real quick, obviously, if anybody else was going to ask a question as well, but I'm going into Monza. Are you confident for a podium there? You want to play the mystery?
Monza's very hit or miss for me. It's very easy to end up Hamilton Max in turn one kind of deal.
You want to test the roll cage in your car, is that what you're saying?
Well, turn one in Monza is kind of notorious for incidents. So
it'd be qualifying then, isn't it? So get out there in the front, because otherwise, if you're in P3, second row, third row, fourth row, that's not a great place to be going to turn one. So
if you're in the front too, you're kind of doesn't really help.
You just get pushed forward, mate, when they all slam up the back. That's all.
I've had plenty of races where I've just gone straight at Monza on turn one. Let's just say that.
Well, looking forward to your racing again, of course. So the Battle of the Norwegians currently it just seems to be. So, any questions there, Wesley, before we move on to our third place winner?
At what point did you decide that you're going to do the one stop?
Like a lap or two before I pitted, really. It kind of depended where I would be in terms of where Arston came out, Like, as soon as I was in front of him, I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. I was also thinking if he was like way ahead of me, then I'd probably go for it as well. So I think I probably decided like 2 or 3 laps before pitting.
Was there any point where you thought you weren't going to make it?
Well, it was obviously very, very close, and I wasn't completely sure if it was going to go another lap or not, which it obviously didn't. And if it did, then I would have been screwed, obviously, because I don't think there was much in it, like 20, 25 seconds or something.
Yes, 25, yeah.
Yeah, so it was very, very marginal. But yeah, Øystein definitely had pace on me here, and I don't know. I think he just screwed up on strategy, sadly.
Well, congratulations, Haken, for the race win.
Thanks.
Brilliant job. Strategy paid off. The only man on the grid that did the one stop this evening, and that obviously was the ultimate stop, made it work. Yep, come and join us, as well as the other drivers, of course, for some kangaroo on the Barbie that we'll be having after this in a second. Over to you, Mr. Bryce, a.k.a. William. That's your middle name that we've heard. He has the fan club out here this evening. Man from the United States of America. 544 car, P3. How was your race?
The race coming in tonight was pretty good. I wasn't expecting to get a podium, but after that huge wreck there at the beginning, I thought there was possibly a chance, and then whoever it was that was in front of me got a black flag, and that really opened everything up for this evening.
That was, I believe, Ryan Martin. Did he get the black flag? Did he? I know he had a drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, William, you were having a bit of a lonely race, I think, for some time too, weren't you, out there? Not mistaken.
Yeah, I knew there was no chance of me catching up to the guys in front with the setup I was running. And the guys that were behind, I was just trying to keep a nice gap to them. About halfway through the race, I was having a lot of difficulties getting the front of the car turned into the corner, and so I was just trying to kind of keep the gap where it was, and so it just kind of left me out in the middle of nowhere.
It did, and a couple of those other drivers were boxing ahead of you, so were you expecting that P3? You knew that they were boxing? Because you're on the P2 stopper.
I think it was David who was in front of me. I can't remember, but I remember he ended up in front of me on the last couple laps, and I figured, he's probably pushing it to the end, because I was thinking of possibly doing just a single stop. And so I thought he was pushing all the way to the end of the race, and I had a big sigh of relief when I saw him go into the pits and come in onto that last lap.
David and Adam, I think it was both of them. Yeah, you're right. And then they came into pit, and then that was like, oh, yeah, a sigh of relief for you, obviously. As you boxed a little bit earlier than them, I think, towards the end for the second stint. There was a lot going on, mate, right towards the end. Battles everywhere. It was great. Yeah, once again, your fan club, mate. So they all flew down here to Mountain Panorama in New South Wales, Australia, and supported you, camped out there and supported you, so it was great. Any words for your fans? And, yeah, Wesley, any words for William? So it's your first podium too, William, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, first podium, first time.
Yep. And of course, the question to you as well, Italy, mate, Monza. How do you feel about it? The other two drivers, the Norwegians, weren't too confident about it. Are you confident in Monza?
I'm not overly confident either. I'm not overly good on kind of the, I guess, the low downforce scheme setups. Red Bull Ring was kind of similar. I wasn't overly good there, but I managed to kind of keep up. So I'm hoping to at least get maybe a top 10 finish at Monza and have it kind of go there. Hopefully I don't get taken out in turn 1. I think that's the big hopes for the race. If I can survive that, hopefully I'll survive to the end.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Turn 1. That's what everybody's fearing. Just close your eyes and hit the loud pedal. That's what I say. Turn 1. Oh, don't even worry about braking. No. Thank you very much, mate. Congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you.
We call it Bryce. They keep calling you Bryce out there, mate. We're like, who is Bryce? And obviously that's your middle name. Is that correct?
Bryce is my first name, but I go by my middle name.
Okay. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now we know. Thank you very much. Yeah. Any questions, Wesley, to our third place?
Yeah.
Driver?
So, were you planning on doing the one stop?
I started looking at. I was thinking about it not too long after my pit stop. I knew that we had the safety car, and I had been. I switched to the engine mode down, and I figured there might be a chance, but I figured the main issue was I went with a setup on the car that was really kind of safe, and I knew I could drive it really well in the top section, but then everybody would just go sprint past me on the straights, and so I knew if I tried to lower the fuel mix on the car with David and Adam racing behind me, there's a chance they'd catch up, and the moment they caught up to me, I'd get pulled in and probably get sucked behind them. So I decided to just go for the 2-stop.
Right, so you decided that it would just be safer and probably pointless if you were just going to be a sitting duck down the straights rather than just do a 2 and be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lose track position for the safety aspect of knowing that you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your main track you're looking forward to for the rest of the season?
I gotta say, Mount Bathurst was definitely the one I was looking forward to the most, just because I've done good here in the past, and I was really feeling it. I would say probably the next track I'm looking forward to most is probably going to be Long Beach. I really like the small track. I'll probably kind of enjoy getting up close to the walls there, so I'll probably be looking forward to that.
So there's that because it's less of a low downforce setup as well? More turns?
Yeah, there's probably going to be a little bit of low downforce aspect because there are a few straights, pretty big straights that start finish straight, and the one that's on the back stretch that really will require you to kind of have it. But really what it's going to come down to is the driver trying to finesse the car around the track. And so if you're able to kind of get the car around to get right up next to the barriers and really kind of put yourself out there, you'll probably have a really good chance on the track. And that's kind of why I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it as well. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go on, Nichols. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just actually saw a race in Long Beach the other day too that I was casting for. I was like, damn, this is a great track. They should actually Formula 1 should actually be there, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll be looking forward to that. Of course, and home advantage, home country advantage for you as well, mate. So we'll see how it pans out. Thank you very much, William. Congratulations on your P3. That's it, Wes. You want to call it? Let everybody have a bit of a laydown. Actually, come and get some kangaroo on the barbie, and then you guys can head back home.
Or a nice drink, a nice cold drink would be good. I'm
down a
sweating
couple
in
of
my
Fosters,
room.
mate.
Yeah, I think I should move to the Nordic countries. You know, a bit more chilly over there rather than this boiling heat. That's a bit.
And you'll be complaining about the cold.
Yeah, well, I'm British, so I'd just complain about the weather anyway. But yeah, next week, where are we? We're at Monza. That's hot. God. It's very different circuits to this one, though. Long straights and some chicanes. A lot of history, just like here, but very different racing. Walls are a bit further away. Slipstream again. I think more chance of overtaking. Discussion will be one stop or two stop again, I assume. That'll be the headline, as it seems to be the past 2 weeks, which is more than normal. I feel like they're stretching the fuel a little bit longer than they did in Season 1, which is interesting to note. But yeah, Monza, fantastic, sir. Can't wait for next week. Today was great. Close racing. Lap 1 a bit unfortunate with the incident. Hopefully that's all resolved and that we won't see that again next time with turns 1 and 2 being as they are in Monza. Hopefully everyone's sensible. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I've enjoyed myself, Biggles. Thank you for the kangaroo. And we'll see you next time in Monza.